Hello YouTube and welcome back to Psychology Every Day, day 78. Today I want to talk about conditioning, classic versus operant. In 1927, Ivan Pavlov came out with a study called It's Not Just About Salivating Dogs, where he described perhaps the biggest idea that has ever surfaced in psychology, which was classic conditioning, where he showed that after feeding his dogs together with the sound of a bell, even when there was no food present, the bell would make the dogs salivate. And this is true for humans as well. We are able to connect external stimuli to various physiological responses, which is huge, because that means that we connect all sorts of things. It might be, I'm going to go over the hand on the stove example in a minute, but let me first just talk about operant conditioning, which is that we connect our actions to certain outcomes. And this is something that Skinner, I think his study came out in 48, if I'm not mistaken, where he showed that he could train birds to do certain patterns of movement because it would get them fed, get them food. So if they did a certain thing, they would get food, and then they would keep doing that thing or try a bunch of different things. And it was sort of a study on superstition and how that affects our behavior, but it has of course been a huge pillar in behavioral psychology. And the difference between those two things is that one connects stimuli and one connects actions. So let's do the hand on the stove experiment. You put your hand on a stove and you burn yourself, get horribly injured. Now, if the very sight of a hot stove sort of elicits tension or fear into you, and it's hard for you to put your hand on the stove, that is classic conditioning. However, operant conditioning will teach you to not do that action because it will elicit pain. So, for example, if you get bit by a dog when you're a small child, you may start to fear dogs because you have been conditioned to associate dogs with pain and fear. If someone tells you, or rather, let's do the more clear example. If you commit crimes you end up in prison, that is operant conditioning. Your behavior will cause certain outcomes and actions. And operant conditioning is very much, if you can connect it to Freud's superego, because it's sort of a creates a sort of inner voice that tells you what to do and what not to do. Something that is very interesting is that classic conditioning works better with children and animals than operant conditioning. And with high IQ individuals, operant conditioning works better than classical. So yeah, that is all for classic versus operant conditioning. Have a great day, everyone. Please like and subscribe.